let us have a comparison between Nano VNA and sx200. Diamond sx200 to Nano VNA. Let us open this Nano VNA. Okay, so this is a tiny antenna analyzer. This is Nano VNA. Okay, so this one is for the load or the antenna, channel 1, channel 0 and channel 1. And this one is for the charging port, and this one is for the power button, and this one is the access for menu. So this is very compact. Nano VNA, very tiny handheld vector network analyzer. So that is the meaning of Nano VNA. And Nano is a tiny, VNA is very tiny handheld vector network analyzer, VNA. And let us open. Okay, so it is now initializing. So what is important to us is just to get the right resistance for our antenna, and then the SWR. So this is how to access the menu. Okay. So hindi masyado malinaw. Anyway, just press and then slide going to left or right if you're going to select. Then but by the way, this is also a touch screen, so you have access to the menu in case you're going to select. So hindi masyado ma-focus sa ating camera. By the way, so let us have the display, and then there are traces. Okay, for example, we select traces, so I just select or highlight trace 0 because it will display only what is needed. Okay, let's go back. So first thing to do is to calibrate. So let us press calibrate or cal. Then go to calibrate, open. So we have here 3 dummy loads. One is for open. As you see, there's no pin at the middle of this dummy load, and this one is shorted, so shorted to ground, and this one is 50 ohm load. So it states here that we need to calibrate open. So let us select this one and then screw it on channel 0, and then just press the highlighted open, and then the next will be highlighted is short, and this one is short and connect it to the antenna port. Then press again. The next is load. Load is a 50 ohm dummy load, this one. Okay, so just press, and then isolation through done, and then back. So just press, and then save 0. Okay, now how to set the frequency. So press again the main menu, and then go to stimulus. So the start, press start. So since we are going to test on a commercial FM, so let us select 88, let us say 88, and then press megahertz or M. So it states here that wait, let's go back to start, and then you just need to select 88 megahertz, and then stop to let us say 107.3, because that is the frequency that we are going to measure. 0.3 megahertz. Okay, so it states there that the start is 88 megahertz going to 107.3 megahertz, and then let's go to display, and then format. So what we need is SWR, so let us select SWR. So as you see, from 88 megahertz, it's flat 1 or 1.0. That is the standing wave ratio. 88 megahertz to 107.3 megahertz, because this is the load is exactly 50 ohm. Okay, to check the resistance, let's go to back, and then format, and then more, then go to resistance. It states there that we have 49.9 ohms, or nearest to 50 ohm. Okay. And then let us test now. Let's go back to SWR and connect the antenna. We need this adapter SMA to SO, so that we'll be able to connect the PL connector of our antenna. By the way, our antenna is a Slim Jim antenna. I'll show you later our antenna. Our antenna is there. So that is our antenna. It's Slim Jim antenna. Okay, let us compare. So the WR is 1.11. States there it's 1.11. Our frequency is 107.3 megahertz. And let us see the resistance. The resistance is 51.1 ohm. So not bad. It is nearest to 50 ohm. And we got a very low SWR, which is 1.11 or 1.1. Now let us test to sx200. What we have to do is just connect to the antenna. Okay. So the difference between the two, the Nano VNA antenna analyzer, we don't need to input a radio frequency or a transmitter, but we have to calibrate Nano VNA. Same with sx200 or SWR, we need to calibrate, and we need an additional input, the transmitter. First is put to cal or calibrate and reflect, and then turn on the transmitter. Okay, let's calibrate 0, and then select SWR. Okay, so not bad. It's 1.1, which is just the same to Nano VNA. So I still trust this old SWR, the sx200. So there's no discrepancy on FM band 107.3. So from Nano VNA, we got SWR of, or the standing wave ratio of 1.11, and then in Diamond sx200 we got also 1.1. Let's turn off the transmitter and let's turn on again. So the same. So maybe they have a little bit discrepancy, but only minimal at the point. So we compared the two, the Nano VNA and Diamond antenna SX200. So they have a minimal discrepancy, just a point. So it says on digital, on the Nano VNA analyzer, antenna analyzer, we got 1.11, same, almost the same to sx200, in which we got 1.1. So I hope you learn from this video. Thank you for viewing.